Hey guys, it's CV here. Just wanted to show you my locals report, and I ran the Kagero deck. I actually got top 4. I did pretty good. I was really happy. I won these top oil aqua sleeves. That was pretty good. So, third and fourth won sleeves, and then the first and second won some packs, and they pulled pretty good in those packs. So it was well worth the time. I had a lot of fun playtesting this deck. It hasn't changed in the video. There would be a few changes. I would actually drop, Berserker Dragon down to maybe 3, and then I might drop Nahalem down to 3, and then add in 2 Berger. I'm kind of thinking Berger might be kind of good in this deck. Just depends, because he's really only good if you boost him with Iron Claw, Iron Tail, and Bar, because that gets over the sweet spot, I think. Yeah, because Kiminara doesn't. Kiminara with him... Actually, no, him and Kiminara do... No, they don't. It only goes up to 14, so no. So that's why. And then, yeah, the deck hasn't changed. There's just a few changes I would make here and there, but nothing like too serious. Just maybe Berger. But I'm really happy about the deck. Most people who know, top 4 was pretty stellar. You know, I can't really complain too much. Like I said, it was a lot of fun. My first round matchup was actually Royal Paladins, and game 1, I was really scared because after we said stand up, I saw Royal Paladins, and I was like, that really sucks for me. But then when you kind of think about it, when I kind of thought about it, I looked at my hand. It was actually pretty good, because in my opening hand, even though it doesn't seem like it's very good, I actually drew Gatling Claw Dragon. So Gatling Claw Dragon, for people who don't know, is you counterblast the 1, and you put this card into the soul, and you retire an opponent's grade 0 rear guard. And basically he attacked me in early game, and then I played this, and I retired Barco, so he couldn't Superior Ride, and I shut down the Soul Saber Dragon play, basically, because he wasn't putting anything else in the soul. So I did well against that. So I won game 1, and then game 2, I didn't misplay or anything, but Alfred was getting kind of in the way. It wasn't Soul Saber Dragon. It was Alfred and not Boars. Yeah, it was Alfred and Boars. They did good. They put in work against me, and it ended up paying off for him, because he dropped my hand almost. He was dropping my hand, so it was kind of bad for me, but really good for him. And then game 3, I wrecked face. I retired Barkle, and then with Gatling Claw again, and then I Superior Road into Blazing Flare, and then I retired his 10k Intercept, and then I basically went off right there, and it put myself in a super good position. I was dropping cards everywhere, and it was really good. So, yep, that was round 1. And then the second matchup I was playing against a Nova Grappler. That deck's actually really good. Like, I'm like really considering making it. Like, I didn't consider making it until Blaukrugers were coming out, and then now I'm just kind of like, that deck's really good. Like, it's pretty cool. Like, I like it a lot. You just need to learn how to play it, because stands can get kind of like tricky when you're playing, and I don't play stands in here, so it's like you don't really like worry about the stands after that. So, like, I don't know, I haven't got used to playing with stands, but that deck is pretty good, like, and it just seems like it's only going to get better, so I can't complain about that deck. I didn't include it in my state of the game, but I really should have. I just forgot about it, but they're really good. I mean, there's no reason why they can't win either, so that deck seemed like a lot of fun. But I won against that one because I kept retiring their stuff, and there was just nothing to stand after that. So that was a good matchup. Kagero have a good matchup against them. Kagero has a good matchup against everything, just because they can retire so much, and that really causes a problem against your opponents anyways. So yeah. So then my second match was my third match was a Kagero mirror match, and that was pretty interesting, actually. We were playing almost exactly the same build. He had Berger, though, which is why I was like considering running Berger, because after watching him play it, it was actually pretty good. But basically, I wasn't getting any of my retiring cards, so I just said forget it, and I played Draconic Overlord, and I used the Counterblast, and I tried going for game, dropped his hand, because I basically read his hand from all his drive checks, and he really had no choice. But if I played this, he really had no choice but to either drop a whole bunch of cards, because all he had was like 5K guards in his hand, or he had to drop the null guard, which I don't think he was going to do because it was mid-game. So I don't think he was going to do it, and he needed the counter blast if he wanted to have any chance of retiring my stuff. So I did that, and then I pulled crit, and then he let me stand for some reason. I think he just didn't anticipate. I don't know. Maybe he was like a beginner player, but he didn't guard basically. And then I stood again, and I got the crit, and he bumped up, and then I got a draw. So he's basically at this point, after the second stand without the boost from the rear guard, he's at 21. And then I hit the Vanguard, and he used the null guard. But this seems kind of dumb. And then I drew, and then because I still had all the other cards. I still had all the other cards on my field to attack, and he lost game after that. So maybe he was gonna lose anyways, but and I just got ultra sacky. So and then my top 4 matchup, I played my friend who was playing Paladins. He was actually the guy I was mainly playtesting this deck against, which is probably why I probably did. I won the first match fairly easily against Paladins, and we played. I lost game 1 because he kept getting into the draw triggers, and he was feeding the soul without Barkle. He was putting in work, and I didn't have an answer. And then he dropped all the cards in my hand because I had to like guard Soul Saver, otherwise I was gonna lose. And what else? He did a lot of good stuff. He did cool stuff. I mean, that's all I can say. He just did a lot of neat stuff, neat plays, and it paid off for him. And then game 2, he played. He didn't play Soul Saver Dragon. He played Alfred for 20, and then he pulled out Boars. He had Boars, yeah. And then he had a Gallatin out, and he had three Marins, and I had nothing. Like I could not compete against that, playing it on a defensive aspect. He attacked, and then I guarded because I was gonna lose, and then I drew, and there's nothing I could do. Because basically I think what happened was I played poorly on my side because I could have made it a better match. Whether I won or lost is still in question. But I'll still consider it that I lost, even if I made different plays, because like I misplayed, but he baited it out. Like he kind of played me in that aspect, because I counterblasted his stuff, and I thought I was in a good position, and then he pulled out all his power cards, and I had nothing. So I was really disappointed. I was like, dang, I can't believe he had all those. But yeah, that is the deck, guys. If you haven't seen the video, I'm so bad at that. I'm still bad at that. It's so bad. But if you guys haven't seen the video on what I was playing, go ahead and take a look. I'm pretty happy. I'm not going to play this deck next week. Even if I go to locals, I probably won't go to locals next week just because I'm kind of busy. I'll probably end up playtesting Oracle Think Tank. Or if not, because the owner of the card shop said he's actually gonna try to appeal to more people, so he's actually gonna include like a cash money prize, and there might be some other people that come into play, and then I might just play Royal Paladins just so I have a better chance, because I might just end up playing Royal Paladins because I don't want to test when I'm playing in a tournament like that. So yep. So top 4 guys. If it works for me. So if it works for me, it works for me. It doesn't mean it'll work for you, because like a lot of decks don't always work for everyone based on your playing style. So you definitely have to take that into consideration and make changes. So thanks, guys. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe if you'd like. Whatever you feel like doing. And you guys take care and have a good Easter holiday. So peace out.